Hey there, KK has a lot to say. For anyone that comes across this video, this is a tarot card reading for a friend of mine, Alex, and her significant other. They are expecting soon to go to the doctor to completely confirm. She has asked me to do a reading for her. So on this channel, which is hopefully going to evolve, I, really have talked about, different areas in my life, a little bit of true crime, and yes, in fact, I have learned how to read tarot cards. I, in no way, shape, or form, claim to be a psychic medium. I have found a ability to read energy quite well. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, did I see myself even touching a tarot card, I would have told you no. Tarot cards are simply used as tools to help guide you through difficult times in your life. If you have any questions, and it's for entertainment purposes only. I do feel that I'm really good at reading energy, picking up on people's energy, but I've always been good at reading people. That gut feeling, the intuition. Well, gut feeling, I've always called it God underneath there. So with reading tarot, I've done a lot of it over on TikTok, which you can go find me at Chrissy_KBaby, where you can see a few reviews of people that I have branched out and done some readings for, and apparently have been spot on. Other than that, I've really practiced on myself and with a few close friends, and I am very religious, born and raised Catholic, but I have used these cards as a tool. And my friend Alex here, I have done a complete full reading that I started last week. I have a full spread of cards here, and 6 pages full of notes, because I do pre-recorded videos. However, each card was a minute on my camera, and they were too long to send via email or through Facebook Messenger. So here I am. She's agreed to allow me to put it on YouTube. And, if you come across this, let me know. This could be a thing that I might add to my channel. So without further ado, Alex, I have cleanse the cards, and I do so with either sage or paleo. And there is a pesky fly up in this house because my children do not know how to leave the door closed. So the spread that I have decided to do today is the zodiac spread. The zodiac spread is inspired by astrology. Okay, so each card depicts a sign, okay, from Aries to Taurus, all the way around, okay, from January, full circle. And with each card, it identifies a question, and with that question, it's a great way to give you clarity and insight and advice about any area in your life. So a lot of people use the Celtic spread, but I, have done a lot of research on different spreads that you can use, and I decided that this would be the best one for her. So once I'm done reading the cards, because I don't want to spoiler alert, I will show you how I have it set up, okay? But let's get to, all right? So Alex, and again, I'm not going to really try to read from the paper. These are notes that I did make, so I kind of have to, because these were the feelings that I had. And she does know that day one, when I shuffled, kind of meditated, which I'm getting better at, I got a really bad sense of heartburn, which I thought was crazy because this has never happened to me before. A lot of people who read tarot or are into, psychic mediumships and just being psychic or clairvoyant can kind of feel symptoms that other people have felt. So it was kind of odd to me that I was feeling heartburn because I don't get heartburn. And I asked her, I'm like, by the way, question. And Alex has been experiencing quite a bit of heartburn. Now, before you jump on the bandwagon and be like, well, she's pregnant, of course she's feeling heartburn. Believe what you may, it's true. I had heartburn, but I sent it in a video before I even asked the question. So, and hopefully she will comment down below and let you know that that's the case. So, so this isn't extremely long. I cleanse the cards. I think I told you with sage or paleo. I right now have my amethyst, my prophecy stone, and I like, is this my, what metal is this? You know what? St. Anthony. I have a St. Anthony, excuse me, St. Anthony charm or medallion metal here. So let's begin. Oh, I am using for this reading the Chris Ann Light Sears Tarot deck. This is the first deck that I've ever used. This was given to me by my friend who got me involved in tarot. Magical deck. This is what I learned on. And I recommend these for beginners for sure. They have never disappointed me. They don't disappoint. Chris Ann is a very special person, and they're beautiful cards, as you will see. And I'm sure you've seen if you've been on anybody else's page who does tarot, because they're quite popular. So here you go, Alex. And I must say, she got a really beautiful reading. So the first card so I shuffled and I let them fall as they may. The first card in the zodiac is Aries, and it's identity. And she got the Ace of Cups, excuse me. So the question that goes along with that zodiac sign is how you view yourself at the moment and how you are being perceived. What I found really interesting about this card, and with her, the beaming light, the glow, and how the heart is lower down on the woman in the picture. Often when a woman is pregnant, in pregnancy pictures, they put the heart down by the belly and take the picture. And you're also, not that this card, that's the meaning of the card, but you're seen as glowing, beaming, right? So this card represents an overabundance of love. You were just completely full of love. You can see that the cup is overflowing. So again, I wrote beaming, glowing, overflowing with love. And please, like my readings, if I'm doing them organically, it won't be me reading from a piece of paper, but I did have these cards out, and this has been a long time coming. So this for me is going to predict happiness and joy in a lot of areas of your life, Alex. New beginnings, positive energy, and a successful relationship. And a lot of times this card is associated with good health. And you will see that there is a running theme with that. So I wanted you to know that. The second card that was pulled or dropped from the deck was Temperance. Okay, Temperance. This is a major arcana card. Okay, and when these are pulled, these are very powerful, strong cards with strong messages. And it was the second zodiac sign of the spread is Taurus, and its value. Okay, it asks, what is your material situation and how are you relating to your resources? Temperance equals balance. This card represents balance. So for me, when I was reading, and I forgot to mention, so I know, you're newly, you have doctor's appointment and to confirm your pregnancy. So a lot of these cards represent, you can ask the question yes or no. So just so you can keep track for yourself, the Ace of Cups is a yes card. Temperance is a yes card. So I'm just going to keep that in mind as we're going through. So Temperance is balance. And this card tends to come out in a reading when spirit guides. Now I'm getting something different. So like when spirit guides want you to realize that you're capable of finding solutions and standing strong whatever challenges come your way. Whether it be money, whether it be relationship, whether it be career, especially with a new baby, there's going to be challenges. And I think, finding a balance in all aspects of your life with such a big change is going to be very important. But when the Temperance card comes out, and your spirit guides, whether you know of them, and I'm learning right now, I don't have spirit guides that talk to me, but I'm trying to, figure out who, what, where, when. But this is a card that lets you know that, yeah, your spirit guides are going to be with you and they're going to help you balance out any kind of challenges that you have. So, don't worry so much about, the finances, or should we have done this? What are we going to do now? I specifically in life always feel that things, especially as far as money goes, always works out. When you're late on a bill or you feel like you don't have enough money for this or that, for some reason, it always works out. It balances out. So this guy here, he's there to let you know that you may be faced with challenges, but not to worry. So the third card, another major arcana, which is a very special card, and it's a yes card. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. With the Temperance card too, as far as a relationship, and this was something that came, it also talks about good health coming, and is this the one that? Utilize resources. If someone is offering you help, something had come into my head about you not taking help from people, that you're very independent and now's the time to take the help. So if there is someone offering help, take the help. Also that that there is that this symbolizes unity as well as healing. So when this card is connected with the Fool card, which interestingly enough, the Fool card does come out in your reading, unexpected healing occurs. And you did share with me that there was a health problem you were diagnosed with. So, and please excuse me if you hear my son screaming upstairs. He is playing the PlayStation. So I think things are going to go, okay, I am not a medical doctor. I don't pretend to be. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. But when this card is paired with the Fool card, it does indicate unexpected healing. So keep that in mind. But something told me to make sure that you're budgeting, using your resources, so allowing people to help you, and that you're the one with the strength in the situation. But someone needs to practice patience. And if there has been anything with your boyfriend, if there's been any rocky roads in the past, it's time to find a middle ground and move past any kind of disagreements. I'm not saying that you have a bad relationship. I don't know anything about your relationships, but it's time to move past anything that may have been where you two aren't connecting or balanced as temperance, reflects, if that makes sense. So it's kind of time to put any differences in the past, if you will. And I wish I knew how to pause this without stopping the video, but I'm going to tell my child he needs to be quiet. So excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. So yeah, everything will work out. That was my last notes that I wrote on there. And at the end of that, I was still seeing blue, blue. A lot of the cards at the end, you're going to see blue. Bluish, greenish, bluish, greenish, bluish, greenish. And you'll see in the last card what I'm talking about. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. So I don't know which one needs to practice patience. I don't think it's you. And especially with having a baby, that's very important. I'm not picking up that it's you who needs to practice the patience. So this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. And this is for the Zodiac Gemini. It's about communication. Is your communication clear? Are there any misunderstandings? It's a yes card. It's your third yes card. It's also a major arcana. That's huge. You've got several major arcana cards in the deck. It's the Sun. And the Sun card represents fertility. So, if there were any questions, I mean, I right off the bat said, you're absolutely pregnant. Again, no medical professional, but fertility. You just look at this woman and she's so free, and the Sun is a fire sign. Leo is the Sun, it's a star. The Sun is a star, if no one knows. But anyway, when the Sun card is drawn, it's a really good time to move forward. And directly quoted when in the book, which I just know from studying, it's the best time to move forward with expanding a family. I could leave the card at that, but I won't. And like I said, it represents fertility. It signifies truth. So if there's any deceptions, and it's just interesting that it came out after the Temperance. So like I said, if there was anything, even the smallest thing, and I'm not trying to say that there's anything wrong in your relationship, because I do not know you except for the few conversations that we've had on TikTok. But if there are anything small, even the smallest thing, I think that it's best to get it out with your significant other. And maybe it's not your significant other. It could be somebody else that's very close to you. But, and maybe that person, and I'm not saying you're the one that has any deception. It could be someone else to you. But, and whoever that person may be, if this resonates with you, if that person can't, if there's anybody in your life like that, it's time to rid them from your life. If not, because you want nothing but positivity, low stress. The communication that you want in your life is to be truthful and honest and happy and joyful. You are now going to be a mother. It's a new chapter in your life. This card represents optimism and happiness, and again, reading from my paper makes me feel like I'm like, reading from a book, but these are things that I was picking up on while I was doing your reading. And if you feel that things aren't so amazing right now, they will quickly improve. You are definitely going to be supported tremendously. And I have a feeling that ties in with the pregnancy. And this is not me being pessimistic or doubtful of anything. God forbid, say that you go to the doctor and there wasn't a pregnancy, which I do not think is going to happen. God forbid. No matter what, you have a future with having children. You have a future with your significant other, and you are going to be supported no matter what is to come. And with what you discussed with me health-wise, the cards, it appears as though there's not much to be worried about. And I'm pretty sure that's how the doctors felt as well. This card also can indicate your relationship going to a next level, and this was not the only card that came out that said that. And I circled engagement. So you may want to tell Jay, or I may want to tell Jay, or Jay may already be telling. And I'm thinking in Christmas time, I know that's like cliche in a lot of things, but I just keep Christmas time. And I don't even know if you celebrate Christmas, but Christmas time. So be looking out for an engagement around Christmas time. And I'd love to know if that happens, because that's the time. Christmas, New Year's. Because he's with you for the long haul, for sure. And of course, I said it was a yes card. So the next card, and it's another major arcana. I mean, your reading couldn't get any better. There is maybe one not so positive card in your entire 12 card reading, and I think I have a good explanation for it. So the next zodiac is for Cancer. It's home. How is your home life? The card that came out is the World. Okay? The World represents completion, full circle. Wherever you are now is where you are supposed to be. Quite literally. It means unity, fulfillment. I said completion, new start, fresh start. And I did this card and half of these cards before you told me that you had made a big move into something, into a place that was quite different than where you were. So it was a good move. This is a yes card. You're on the right track. You are quite literally entering a new world. But it will not be scary. It will not be scary. Again, you're right where you're supposed to be in life. And I'm a true believer that everything happens for a reason. And you know, for example, there was a accident the other day on a semi-highway that my friend and I were traveling on. Had we not pulled into a jewelry store where we had no business going in because we had not planned on purchasing anything, but she wanted to get a ring sized, it could have been us, you know? It's like you are in the places that you are at the time that you are for a specific reason, right? And I can send you, I did take pictures of it, but I can, scan or send you all the write-up that I did to this. So there's really not much more to say about the World card. So, and of course that's a yes card. The 5th card is Leo, creativity. How are you expressing yourself? Can you make more time for you and, doing fun things? The card that you got was the Queen of Swords. Okay. Usually with this card, this is a very strong, independent woman. I see a person with you, an older, maybe not so much older in age, but I do feel an older woman. Could be male, but I'm feeling older woman in your life. Maybe mother. It's like a motherly figure. And if she's not older in age, she's wise in years, who is very supportive, maybe already has children, is your go-to. It's the person that you're picking up the phone and asking any kind of questions that you have right now while you're going through the experience that you're going through right now. As far as fun, adult fun, she's on a mission. There comes a time in life when you did your thing, you're grown. You're ready. You got a house. You're ready to have a family. But the Queen of Swords is a very strong, independent, courageous woman who's not going to take any BS. But I have a feeling that you come off very shy, but are working on or have developed a way to where you're speaking up more for yourself or have been told to and are gaining those tools. And believe me, when you become a mother, those are things that you're going to need. Definitely very honest. I feel like you're quirky and enjoy a lot of time alone, but have a select few friends. Like you're a homebody. And you're okay on your own little, this is a boat, but like on your own little island. and fun to you, like as for me, is hanging out with the boyfriend and the family. That's what I see. I feel that your communication is amazing. I'm still having a feeling that your boyfriend, while very supportive, very endearing, very in love with you, is confused right now. And I think that so are you. And until you go to maybe the doctors, things haven't really sunk in with him about this. And I think he may be a little scared about what's going on because, you know, you're all alone right here in this card. So I think you might need to have a little check-in with him about how, and you probably have asked him how he's feeling, but if it's been only once, I think it might be time to have more of a conversation and not just, are you excited? Like a real conversation. I hope that makes sense. I could be off. And keep talking to whomever it is that you're talking to, who you have that person. There's someone. Let me know if I'm right there. The 6th card is Virgo, health and routines. What do you do on your daily routine, and how are you addressing your overall health these days? The card that you got is the Page of Swords. Okay? This card to me represents positive change and progress, because this is like a person, it could be a female or a male, who, you know, the sky's the limit for her. She's reading, she's it's like a messenger too, but she, you know, she's very intelligent and wants knowledge, wants to get ahead. Strong, stands confident, and is ready to conquer obstacles. So for me, again, since it's a health question, and you had brought up a health issue, you're ready to head on deal with that, which again, with the Wheel card and the Fool card coming out, which we'll talk about, whatever comes along with that, you're ready to conquer. But also with health, with your pregnancy, you're ready to conquer anything that comes with that as well. I mean, when you're pregnant, your body goes through a lot. So, you know, some people are, you know, get morning sickness. You know, you don't know what comes with it. You don't know. Every pregnancy is different. I don't want to sit here and blab off everything that happened with me. My first pregnancy was like, oh, I'll do this a million times over. My second one, So, but you're ready to conquer the world. Also, though, having this be a messenger card, I say stay off Facebook with your tellings of your pregnancy, just because the old wives' tale and this just was something that popped into my head, is A, people are jealous, B, people love to gossip, and you know, I don't know if you believe in this, but it's kind of not bad luck, and I don't want to put that out there, but a lot of people wait until they're like 3-4 months pregnant before they actually put something out into social media or into public about their pregnancy, just in case. And again, knock on wood, and I don't think anything bad, but like with this card too, it also means like people are watching or talking, because it's a messenger card, if that makes sense. So I would just be careful who you tell. Oh, and back to the Queen of Swords, the person in your life, I was coming up with she or he, I'm more thinking a she, was either an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. Tell me if I'm right. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or tell me if I'm completely wrong. Okay. Then we are on to relationships. Number 7, under Libra. Your romantic life at the moment. You got the Knight of Wands. Oh, it did not come up in reverse. You've got the Knight of Wands. It can bring warnings, but it can bring blessings. Pregnancy can be a stressful time. That came up to me. And again, I wrote, does your boyfriend have any doubts? Oh, and again, I said, this is a yes card. But, and then I wrote, again, have an honest conversation with him. This card represents a courageous man, one that will care for his woman. So this man, even though a woman is depicted on this card, is charming, daring, and confident. And the daring part next to it, I wrote opposite of you. So I don't know why at that point I felt that you weren't very daring. And for some reason, I wrote a wild ride is ahead. Brace yourself, big changes to come. And that seems to be the pattern of the reading. Every single card, big changes to come, new beginnings. Enjoy each other now, and that there's a recent block. Something, there's a few cards that come out. There's a block. Only you would know what that is. And you'd have to think about it. There's like a little thing possibly. Maybe it's not him. Maybe it's a good friend. There's something that's bothering you or him or a friend. There's a block. There's some kind of block that needs to be fixed before this baby comes. And this card represents a move. And a match made in heaven. So whenever any obstacles, if it was to be him, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that you and Jay are a match made in heaven, meant to be. So then the Fool does come out, which I did not know that when I was reading the Wheel card, to say that if there was, you know, when they're put together, that definitely good health would be in progress. So the Fool is here. That is number 8. It's Scorpio and the transformation card. So ironically, with the Wheel coming out and then it's saying, well, if the Fool comes out, you know, your health will progress for the better. It came out for the transformation card. And the Fool, with 8, with transformation, it says what changes have occurred during this season, and has there been any intensity? Well, there has been. Any intensity? Oh my God, of course. I don't even need to say it. There's been a shit ton of intensity. The pregnancy. I don't want to, you know, discuss the diagnoses. And I wrote OMG. And, you know, I did send you the screenshots, but just for anybody who reads this. New beginnings. It's such a pattern. It's every card. New beginnings. This card, it represents someone who is inexperienced in something, you know, an inexperienced mom. Not knowing what to do. So, so when you're inexperienced, right? So I then quoted what to expect. There's a book what to expect when expecting, because I also had quoted prior to that, not knowing what to expect. It came out when I had picked this card in my head, and I'm like, not knowing what to expect. Wait a minute, there's a book for pregnancies, which I'm sure you probably have or will get, What to Expect When Expecting. So get that book. It's believing in the universe, knowing that the impossible can happen, which it can. A big change in your life, taking risks and knowing that you're going to conquer them. Again, the theme of this reading. And, you know, these cards fell. These cards fell. I did not pick these cards. These cards were shuffled and they fell. And you've been on my lives. You've seen how I've done it. It's going to be a long journey to come. And this is a very powerful, powerful card. It's a yes card. This is a new phase of your life, end of your old life. But I think you know that. And trust again. Trust. You see how she's falling? Have you ever played that game in school, or if you went away in camp where you had to fall and you had to fall back into people? Trust came to me. So again, something with trust. Trust has been another theme. But again, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, success, move. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Okay, we're nearing the end here. So then we have number 9 of the zodiac, Sagittarius, the philosophy. What is the meaning in your life? Your belief system, what's inspiring you or driving your reactions. You got the 9 of Wands. You're exhausted. But you know you have to keep going. So you are. You are going. You're not stopping. Take a break. Okay? Again, it says you will conquer any obstacle, but you still need to make time for yourself. You don't have to be Superwoman, because let me tell you, when that baby comes, there is no break. Right now, there's a lot of chaos, confusion, and you feel like maybe you can't control everything, and that's okay. That's okay. Life's going to throw us curveballs. Money's tight. There's some unexpected expenses, but again, that came out again. Money will work itself out. I keep getting that. Money's going to work itself out. You have to budget. And with the health, it says, something came into my head about seeing a specialist. If anything in the pregnancy comes about with what you had told me, make an appointment for a specialist. Don't stay with just a regular OBGYN. Try to see a specialist. And I didn't want to say it because I don't want to get like hopes up and you, but I kept feeling like somebody was going to be offered a new job or a promotion. But I don't know if that's just because a lot of money and job cards came out. So, but yeah, but expect some unexpected expenses. Then we had Capricorn for number 10, which was ambition. What are your aspirations? What are you working towards? And what's your status right now? You got the 9 of Swords. You're worried about something, but this card also represents nightmares. Now, weird dreams and nightmares happen a lot with pregnancies. This could simply just mean that. It can also indicate that you lost a friend, not like physically off this world, out of this world, or it could, or that, you know, someone's gone. You know, someone's not there that you thought would be there for you. But it does indicate nightmares. It does indicate, you know, lack of sleep, worrying, lots of worrying. But, you know, it's normal to be scared during your first pregnancy. You have to look at the big picture at the end, and that everything's going to be okay. And that the good news is it's just fear. And it's a feeling. It's a feeling. So I'd like to know if that's what's going on. Because like everything's changing right now. Problematic situation, again, that came up a little bit, but I'm not really sure if that's because of your hormones or if that's to dealing with a situation with someone. Because right after that, we have number 10, which is Pisces and your inner life. Oops. And we're on to the last two. And we're going to be just under an hour after all this, Alex. And we got the Emperor card. And it's community, or the friendships you have friendships bringing you right now. How are you within larger groups? Like how's your family treating you? That could be your, you know, your boyfriend, your literal family, or friends that you call family. So I felt that you had a lot of stability and security within your relationship and community. And when I say community, that doesn't necessarily have to mean like your neighborhood. A community could be people you go to church, and this is example, work with, go to church with. A community could be as simple as, you know, 5 people in a book club. So I do feel like you have a good sense of community and people that surround you, even if you have lost some people in your life. But you are ultimately in charge of your life and you make good decisions for yourself because you are a very responsible person. Tend to be a loner at times, which is fine. But again, ask for help. Let the person, and I feel like he really represents your boyfriend, let him support you and help you as much as he can. Don't try to take on so much because you feel like a burden, because you're not a burden. Okay? But you do set very healthy boundaries with people in your life, and that is a good thing. I feel like your boyfriend is older. He's ready for commitment. He's definitely ready to be a father, but there's that feeling I get that there needs to be a bigger conversation. And maybe you're just waiting for that doctor's appointment. Because like sometimes this card can represent a fatherly figure in your life, but it's I'm thinking it's your boyfriend. And it's a person he's ready for commitment, marriage. And I'll tell you why, because the last card that came out, which comes full circle, and 10 of Cups, which is Pisces, inner life, okay? What is going on in your world? How does it end, right? What are your dreams, hopes, and desires? The 10 of Cups, together with children, a fulfillment of life, okay? It's amazing, literally, life fulfillment. Your boyfriend will propose, right? Like we've said. If you're not into marriage, you're just going to be with him for the rest of your life. You're going to have kids. And of course, you know, one of them's a boy there. He's in it for the long run. This card represents family, children, happy life, full of love. your reading literally went full circle because the first card that you got was the Ace of Cups. This is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups goes right back into the Ace of Cups because really the Ace of Cups is an 11. Your reading went full circle, girl. Full circle. Overflowing with love back to a life fulfillment. Ah! Full circle. That's your ending. That is your ending. And let me show you and everyone what the beautiful cards look like. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, I don't want to ruin it. Please let me know. That is what a zodiac spread looks like. Feel free to hit me up for a reading. And that's all. Chrissy K, or KK, has a lot to say. And you can find me under Chrissy Cass on Facebook or on TikTok at Chrissy_KBaby. Alex, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please comment below if you did. And if anyone else comes across this and wants one, leave a comment. Until next time.